We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Three down, Mark. 3 down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Bradford looking and finding Allen Hurns. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd down, Bradford. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Working out of the gun, Bradford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. Still warm to that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A first down carry for Barkley. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's out to Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, now look at 56.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Turbo.
Following the interception, Bradford, a dump off to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down, Bradford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Bradford in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, Bradford. And Beasley with it over the middle. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Bradford again. That's complete right around the 8. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, Monday.
Again, it's Bradford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go, 5-2.
To the air again with Bradford. Incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
3rd and goal. Bradford dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw now. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun!
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And Ingram holds it in. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stop right there. One day.
On play action, Bradford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Rolling to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
All right, now.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
This is Barkley, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ooh, the juke. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up second down. They go play action. Now Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Bradford drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Oliver. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 4. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
No. Check. Patriot. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. One day. Here we go, 5-2.
Bradford now to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll throw again. Bradford, throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again with Bradford. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Bradford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bradford. And that's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bradford. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Set. 319. 319.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sean Lee. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Hearns brings it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. A first down throw for Bradford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a toss right to Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Now it looks like he'll throw here to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Gone, 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 gone. Set,
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And out now come the Cowboys. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot now for Bradford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.